I thought I was dying.
You didn't want to die?
No, I didn't want to die. I thought, when you're high as a kite and drunk, you're not bothered to die. But when reality hits home, you're like, this is what it's going to look like.
Hello, I'm Johnny Nelson, and welcome to That Boxing Show. With me, Johnny Nelson, and my co-host, the brains of the bunch, Andy Nicholson. Our guest today is Liam Cameron. This guy is so funny, so dry, and he doesn't even know it. He'll tell us stories about the aftermath of that infamous fight with Ben Whittaker. He'll tell us stories about life after boxing and life during boxing, and he'll just tell us little funny things that will make you smile, but he's very endearing. Hello and welcome to That Boxing Show with me, Johnny Nelson, and my main man, the brains on my right hand side, Andy Nicholson. Look at him, smiles, all smiles, gentle. And our guest, Liam Cameron, Sheffield's own, I'd say, superhero.
Nah.
You became famous overnight. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We've interrupted part of your training schedule. You're fighting November the 1st, so you've got sparring later on. So he's telling me you've got to shoot back for the kids. It's a school day, I don't believe him. What's going on?
No, really, just training hard, locked in. Fighting 1st of November against Troy Jones. Never watched him box, heard good things about him, but I beat plenty of Troy Jones in my life, so he'll be no different.
What do you mean by that?
I've boxed some good people and I beat them.
Yeah.
He's had 14 fights, lost one, something daft like that.
Do you feel as though, I can remember all the hullabaloo around the Ben Whittaker fight, people just didn't know who you were, they didn't give you the respect or credit you deserved, because you are a handful. And maybe that one put you on a platform where people actually thought, who's this guy here? Was that a good chip on the shoulder to have?
No, I found it in Saudi, like, they just completely left me out. Everyone with cameras on them. And I was thinking, I wonder what it's like to be like that with cameras on you. Then I get draw, then all cameras are on me. Everywhere I go, people, Liam, smash him next time. It was ridiculous. I went to Nando's and I got mobbed in Nando's. Mad. Loved it though.
So it can be a bit of a shock, that initial influx of attention, but especially coming from Sheffield, we like be able to walk around the streets, anonymous, doing what we want to do. But then all of a sudden, from you being sort of anonymous, everybody knowing you, how did that affect you personally and professionally?
A big thing were the social media. I've got really no it, but the time I didn't know about time efficiency. Everyone ringing, everyone messaging, everyone wanting this, everyone wanting that out of me. And I'm thinking, I just said yeah to everything and completely burnt
What were they
myself
wanting,
out.
like podcasts and things after, and like come and talk to us?
Yeah,
or
this, that. I've even had people,
sponsors.
Can you pay me rent? Can you sponsor me? Can you do this?
Right.
I get paragraphs off people every day, but I do help people. There was a guy on my YouTube channel I've got, so I'm plugging that. He messaged me every day, this guy called Kez, and he was like, I'm a massive fan, you're a big inspiration. By the way, I've got 5 to 6 months to live. I'm like, can't believe it. And his sister messaged me 2 days later, he's passed away.
Wow.
You were his biggest inspiration ever. You got him through tough times. I'm like, wow. He thinks I'm hero here. He's hero, do you know what I mean? What a guy.
Public perceptions, it's far removed from what's actually happening in reality, because in reality, the public perception is you've made it, you're quids in, you've got everything sorted in life, but in reality, you're probably like the guy next door. You're just doing a job that's a bit public, and you're doing a hard job. And did you find it hard to balance that? Did you find it hard to actually say, look, or just ignore helping people, because, well, not ignoring them, knowing you couldn't help them, so feeling comfortable not helping them? Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, not really, to be fair, but it's like people, like, when they see me and they say, I can't believe you're so a nice person. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you suppose I should be like? I can't believe you've messaged me back. And I find that weird, because, like, What do you expect me to be like? I'm not even one at probably top 5, 6, 7 in Sheffield best boxers, do you know what I mean? But I've got so much attention. But I don't think it's for my boxing, it's probably my personality and that drawing Saudi.
Yeah, but I don't think it makes a difference though, really. I mean, you've got the attention, the focus is on you now, people know who you are. I think, especially since that first fight, well, not the first fight, the first Ben Whittaker fight anyway, but you proved a lot in that fight, didn't you? You didn't just show up to get paid.
Yeah.
You showed up and did the job, and that ended how it ended, and then you got the rematch.
People actually think I took a dive second fight for Doe, and I'm like, you mad, yo? That ref just spoiled the fight, didn't he?
Yeah.
I were a bit hurt, but like, not where I went down or anything.
Because it was early, wasn't it? Was it second round?
Yeah, he took it out, that ref.
It's hard from the professional side and the personal side. That's when the two worlds collide, because you're hearing the nonsense like that from people.
Yeah.
But you're thinking that's so far removed from reality. That's not the case. But unfortunately, people actually think that kind of stuff goes on in boxing. And it might do in a very, very small percentage. But really, you're just like the boy. Sheffield's a very small place. You can't get away with that kind of stuff in Sheffield. People will call you out. You've got to walk the streets.
Yeah.
So it must have been hard to deal with.
How much did you get paid? They're saying to take dive. I'm like, I've known this lad for years. Should I smash his face, you know? Should I just let him be?
Yeah.
Who picked your entrance music? You?
Me?
No, that was perfect. Because I was there, I was at that fight.
The
The entrance
me.
was beautiful. The entrance was amazing. The entrance was, and I feel the reception you got.
I've got goosebumps thinking about
The
it.
reception you got there was almost like, I felt like for a minute, are we in Sheffield here? Because it was such a good entrance, and the support on the entrance, and the fight happened how it happened. But
It was crazy. I had Jermaine Defoe message saying, you put a tear to my eyebrow. I'm like, wow. UB40 messaged me.
did they?
Yeah. He used to listen to, my dad used to listen to the tracks all the time. That got what got me involved in it.
How, might be a bit personal, how's it affected you financially? And one thing I like to see is I like to see fighters in the green. I like to see fighters with their own house, their own car, because and they've bought that. They're not still living just, you know, hand to mouth. And because everybody thinks all fighters are making mad money, which is not the case. So when you get in a big situation like that, you think, I want to buy my house, I've got it. I want to have a car, so I'm all right. So no matter what happens, I'm good. I'm in that 10% of the people in the UK that own their own house. Did you manage to put yourself in that position?
So it's mad. So I originally come back boxing to earn 20 grand. I thought 20 grand were a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Lad didn't know what money were. Never experienced money, so 20 grand were me. Wow, I've made it if I get 20 grand out of boxing. So I said to my coach, what do you think? He went, well, have a good go at it, Liam. So I got the Arthur fight, saved that. Got the Ben fight, saved that. Got this fight, saved that. How much is $250,000?
That's a lot of money.
Is it a lot of money?
That's a lot of money.
Well, I'm over $250,000.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
yeah.
But like, I just bought an house. Like, I've got my 20 quid trainers on from TK Maxx. My
Settle boy
Spider-Man
through.
socks there. I'm living out of the bag at the minute while it's getting done. But yeah.
Have you paid your tax?
Yeah, that's in a different bank account. Horrible.
So you're saying you've been like, since your profile's raised a bit, you've been doing your YouTube because you've been doing your house up and things.
Yeah.
Have you seen that kind of like, a lot of people start coming towards that and things, and your social media's kind of growing a little bit more? Well, it's always growing in it all the time, but have you seen like a growth in that and supporters? And I think you've probably started to see a lot more of the people that are actually there to root for you rather than you couldn't see them before because you either weren't on social media or you weren't doing your house up for them to comment and like or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
People are saying start a YouTube channel. So I thought, I'm really a boring person. I'm like stuck in my ways. I've got ADHD and a bit of autism. I don't like to say it because it's embarrassing for me, but forgot what we were going to say now. That's ADHD going ahead of it.
Has your friendship circle changed?
Like I said, that was the question. I'm a boring person. I like to go to A to B, gym and back. I don't do anything. So I need to get a bit better at that, no going places. This gym life, you'll know, Johnny, it's just gym and home, innit? What else can you do when you train, you're knackered, you come home, you're resting, you're watching YouTube.
But also, if you're so focused on getting that win and moving on your career, that is the most important thing as well, work-wise. Obviously, you kind of got to have your hobbies and things where you let your hair. What do you do? Let your hair down? What you were doing?
You know what? It's hard because if you boxing full time, that's all you do. Because you think someone could say, "I've got a fight for you in 3 months' time," so you want to kind of
stay ready.
But you've got some fighters that they'll train for a fight, and then when the fight's done, they'll disappear. And then Naz used to be the same. Naz had trained for a fight 12 weeks, then he'd gone. You wouldn't see him. And then he'd have a fight up, then he'd rock up 3 or 4 months before a fight, overweight, in the right state. You think, how can you do that? Whereas before, when you're younger, you live in the gym. So when you get older, you assume the responsibility of an adult, kids, house, running the house, that sort of stuff, then it's just a bit harder. It's just a bit harder. So that's a tough thing about that.
There were one worse, weren't there, for that? And R.I.P. to him, Rickard, and he used to balloon up and stuff. What a sad day that way, though.
Yeah, a sad day. But I think to get into this boxing game, you've got to be a certain kind of beast. And it's a lonely life. And people don't realise that. They just see the highlights. They see the fight at the top, but they don't understand. When you've left the gym, when you've left the arena, and you go home, you got to deal with that.
I thought to myself, it played a big lesson in me that I don't know what causes, and I don't want to comment on it, but money's not everything, is it? To be happy, you've got to. It's a gift to learn, isn't it? What do you think?
That's why I got into the subject. I just thought, I don't care how much money you've made. I just want you to make sure you've got a roof over your head. That's yours. That nobody can take away from you. You paid your tax, and nobody can say give me that house. Because I know how much you have got to commit to be a fighter. How much sacrifice you've got to do. I hate seeing it when fighters, when they finish their career, they've got nothing, where everybody else is good. The promoters are good, the managers are good, everybody else is all right, they're safe. And the guy that was putting his life on the line, he's like struggling. Because I know too many of them. Errol Bomber Graham. Good friend of mine. We lived together in a big posh house up in Crooks.
I know, good.
Now my man's living in assisted living. It's heartbreaking, but I just want the wealth.
The achievement he did were unbelievable.
Who was one of your inspirations on your first stint when you got into boxing?
Rocky Balboa.
Really?
Balboa, yeah.
Because of the style.
He's my.
Wait, which Rocky Balboa? Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
Really?
Balboa, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Honestly. Rocky Balboa.
I hear you though. I feel like for some people,
Is Rocky Balboa the face of boxing? Don't you think?
No.
Don't you think?
I feel like Rocky's the sporting Scarface film. Do you know what I mean? Like the guy from nothing comes up and does it, ends up at the top, loses it, has to get it back or whatever.
I must admit, Sylvester Stallone's a big boxing fan. So you had the great opportunity to pretend. Everybody wants to pretend to be a boxer until they get punched in the nose and you think, I don't like this game. So, but Sylvester Stallone's still a big fan. He's done the film with Brendan and Naz. That comes out soon. I think Pierce Brosnan, he was Brendan in the film. And so for him to invest in such a thing, he loves our sport. So that was probably for the casuals, but I think maybe because you're young, but for me, people like Jack Johnson, first black heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali, loud, brash, in your face. You either hated him or loved him. Then you come closer to the likes of, mine was Michael Nunn, outstanding southpaw, then Sugar Ray Leonard. Then you go on and on and on. So it's those kind of people, because I know that was real. So I suppose watching Rocky Balboa, I'm like, nah, man, that shot would have broke your neck.
That film, watching it as a kid, I remember it like yesterday, and he got me into it. He inspired me.
How long after seeing that film did you start to get in a gym? Or were you already in a gym? Or
So I didn't realise that he could just box. weird. I just thought it was for telly and that.
Right.
So I used to get this teddy on my bunk bed, pull its arms, lock it in, do you know what I mean? So it couldn't move.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to lever it all over this teddy. I used to have gum shielding, not orange peel.
Yeah.
Ring entrance at best. It used to take 10 minutes with just a teddy, me and teddy like this, checking arms, doing nas and lock.
Yeah.
It's a levitt teddy all over.
Did it have a name?
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
No.
Could be in loft. Be in loft, innit? Full of dust.
Figured him out a
You
lot.
had a bit of time out from boxing for a short while. Did you miss it? How did you manage to balance that?
I just, as soon as, it's going to sound weird this, got banned, but I was gutted. But you know that film Home Alone, when he realises he's Home Alone, he can do what he wants?
Yeah.
That's what feeling
You
I
went
got.
mad. You went crazy.
Straight at boozer, doing everything, living life. I took that addictive personality to boxing, into drink and other stuff.
Yeah.
But did you, in that period, because there's always that little voice in your head saying, "Oh, we're back in the gym soon." You always knew it was there.
No.
And so you completely wiped it out of your head. Really?
No.
How long were you out?
5 years.
5 years. Yeah. Wow.
Completely gone. And I can remember laying in bed thinking, I'll never get that changing room feel again. No, that smell. Can you remember?
So you
smell?
really thought you'd done?
I was done. Yeah.
Oh.
I was too far gone.
Yeah.
I was too far gone. 19 stone, fat as old, blood pressure stage 2. Drinking every day, doing all kinds of drugs, killing myself with weight, really bad. You wouldn't believe it. If I said how much I was doing.
So what was it that was like the switch with the ban getting lifted, or was there an occasion or a moment where you were like, you know what, I'm going to get back in?
Yeah, there were 2 things. One, stepdaughter passing away. I read this drunken message on her Facebook saying, look, drunk as all, I'm going to come back for you, I'm going to do it, I'm going to show everyone. So one of her last texts were, stay off drink now, you don't need it. So I thought, wait, I'm drinking straight after, so I thought, I've lied to her, do you know what I mean? Then other one, being in back of an ambulance, thought I were dying.
Really?
That were another one.
Where was that? What, like a pub or?
So I've been at a pub, then I went to this mate's house, you know, kitchen party and that. And Johnny went, no, I don't think. And just levering it with booze, drugs.
Yeah, just getting
went
on
home.
You know, at that time, in that darkness, when you're just hammering the drugs, what were you trying to forget? What was you trying to achieve, or did you think, you know, I'm going to do this till I drop dead? What was you trying to do?
Never woke up to do it and thought, I'm going to do it today or have a drink. You always wake up and think, I'll be good today. Then when it comes to 5, 6, you go, I'll just have that one drink.
Yeah.
That's worst mistake, 'cause it's never one drink, is it? So then second comes, they start going like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that crew you moved with then, when they see this rise to, you know, popularity, especially here in Yorkshire, did they still?
Oh, they all come to fights. They all come.
Yeah.
70
And it's not tempting
time.
to. It's not tempting to get dragged back into.
No. I'd never drink again. In January, it's been 3 years.
Nice.
Not one little drop.
Yeah, amazing.
Even them chocolates at Christmas, no. I don't know if it's beer in it. Is it?
Oh yeah, there's little alcoholic liqueurs.
Don't even have that.
Yeah.
Really?
'Cause I don't know if it's got beer in it.
What was your
easy have a
tipple?
drink. What's that?
What was your tipple?
Bottle of gin, but it used to send me violent, that gin, so we're mixing between vodka and gin.
So you mix them.
Gin used to send me crackers, blackout drunk.
And there was no one in your family saying, Liam, come on, man, you need to step out
all
of
the
this.
time. I had, like, saying, oh, you're an alcoholic and that. And they're like, am I aching?
I feel like you can't make that change though. No one can. As much as someone say, no, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, stop doing that. So
Mine were easy,
until you
boom.
decided.
Gone.
Yeah, and that was just a light switch.
Done.
And then you've just been on it since then.
So you'd have everybody telling you not to do it, but it was when you was ready.
Yeah.
So why was that?
I thought I was dying.
You didn't want to die?
No, I didn't want to die. I thought, when you're high as a kite and drunk, you're not bothered to die. But when reality hits home, you're like, this is what it's going to look like. That's it. I don't want this. I don't want it. I've lied. So yeah, I got myself back on it.
Tell me one of the most hair-raising experiences in your life or in the boxing life.
In my boxing?
Whatever, life or boxing, which one stands out to you the most? Which one makes you smile inside your head?
Saudi Arabia, going over ropes. That
Really?
Yeah. I just think there's a God up there. Because everything's gone perfect for me since I stopped drinking. Everything's just fitted in place. Going over ropes. I wouldn't have got no money if I wouldn't have got out ropes. And the rematch were massive. It did 10,000 people. Even this fight, lapping pulling out and I'm raising up card for 3 times more money. Do you know what I mean?
It's like you made that decision to help yourself.
Yeah.
And then everything's starting to come towards that now.
Coming in.
I want to say a big thanks to our sponsors, BetGoodwin, for supporting that boxing show. Now, if you're interested in having a little flutter, or as I call it after my dad, Benji's Bets, BetGoodwin's the place to be. Check out BetGoodwin using the QR code on the screen. Bet £20 on boxing, get a £20 free bet with BetGoodwin. Minimum qualifying odds apply. Free bet expires within 7 days. UK and Irish customers only. 18 or over. Gambleaware.org. Full T&Cs apply. How are you and Ben Whittaker?
He messaged me yesterday.
Did it?
Yeah.
No.
Out of the blue. I really hope he becomes world champion. I really do.
He's actually a nice kid, isn't he?
I don't really know him, to be fair. I don't know him.
I think what my impression of him is, we all have a public persona, and it's how you are away from the camera, around your people, around your friends and family, and how you deal with the backlash. And I think Ben, the public persona that he's put out, it's to make people either love him or loathe him.
Yeah.
But when you do that, you've got to fall on your sword if you're going to play the villain.
Yeah.
So, and he suffered from that. But then I know after your fight, actually, all the backlash you got after that, and I'm like, this man's getting hammered that he don't deserve.
Oh yeah, listen, boxing's a snaky, snidey place. People were saying to me, make sure you do him in. Then it showed you like that to him, hugging him and that.
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, we're mad.
I feel like there is a big element of like, and there always has been in boxing, there's element of like pantomime, WWE type of stuff. I feel like it's kind of hyped up a little bit more now. But like the selling of a fight and things like that. Not every fight needs it.
Yeah, I think what you're saying there is it's true to a certain extent. So they'll do it as much as they can to sell the fight. But boxing, there's just that difference about it, because you might say, right, we'll try and sell this fight. But I might say something to you about your mother or your sister or something like that, and it's like gloves are off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that is the.
But that's on purpose, isn't it? You're saying that to me there, so I'm losing my head and I'm not fighting with a clean.
Yeah,
I'm not doing what I'm thinking I'm there to do.
Look at Conor Ben and Eubank Jr. now. They hate each other.
It was forced though, weren't it, by Conor Ben a bit. Eubank, cool, calm, didn't show, no. He said odd thing, but played him, didn't he, like a fiddle.
Yeah, but they were like the dad. They're like both. I was around when the dad's boxed, and Conor wears his heart on his sleeve, whereas Junior is he's a very intelligent guy. So is Conor, but I think Junior uses intelligence to communicate with people, and it can come across as frustrating.
I like Junior, like a lot of things about him. If you message him, he'll always message you back.
Yeah, that's good. So tell me the worst and the darkest time. You've told me the best for another rope.
One of the darkest times still sticks in my head. I thought I was training hard, but I weren't. I was doing circuits instead of boxing. Weird scenario. Went to Blackburn. First time they got me this big suite place, me and my girlfriend, but it was massive, about 8-bedder. And I thought, when I win everyone, we'll go back to that suite and we'll have a rate drink and that and do this and other. Yeah, we're all up for it, about 20 of them. Lost fight unexpectedly. Not one person come to the room. are like, this is it. Everyone wouldn't even answer the phone that way.
Really, that big of a difference?
Yep.
Fight game can be so fickle.
You experience
I don't
things like
take it
that?
personal now. I just get on with it.
It
Someone
made you grow up though.
Yeah.
It made you grow up.
Don't take it personal. Even if someone says, no, like you're saying, if someone says, oh, bite your mum, say it. Not bothered. I'm going to get you in the ring.
Yeah, I remember when I first boxed for the world title and I had so many mates, everybody ringing me, left, right, centre. Company saying, let's sponsor you, we'll give you a car, we'll give you double cleaning for your mum's house and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, yes. Before the fight at Sheffield City Hall. Got a draw. I'd only been boxing 4 years. I stunk the place out. I had 13 amateur fights. I only won 3. Lost my first 3 pro fights. 4 years from day one to that point was 4 years to fight for the WBC title. So I was a boy in a man's body. But up to that point, I still thought like a boy, proper mummy's boy. And everybody's ringing down my phone before the fight. We're going to come to fight. It's going to be wicked. Stunk the place out. Got a draw. And like, trust me, it was like day and night. The guy that was ringing me saying we're going to be all going to watch it at my house. We're going to have a party. And they were watching the fight there at his house. It was on ITV. Obviously stunk the place out. A few days after the fight, I rang him saying, look, are you going to send your men around to do the double glazing from my mum's house? He went, are you mad? That fight was shit. And he was like talking with proper disrespectful. I'm thinking, this guy was all over me before. He went, nah, sorry, mate. I'll get you a bit of discount. I'm like,
What were they called?
oh, no.
The name and shame them now.
But a lot of people were like that.
But you should have been happy with draw at that age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should have been. But then looking back on it now, I'm thinking, actually, John, you didn't do bad because you've only been boxing 4 years. But then because public perception is telling you you're a coward, you're no good, you're useless, I forgot I'd only been boxing 4 years. So I'm like, well, actually, I didn't do bad.
So for a world title, drawing against champion, with it, then like been boxing 4 years and you're kicking yourself.
Yeah, but that's what mental health then wasn't a deal. You know, you talk about that, you were weak, you were a bit of a pum-pum, that's what they thought. But then when you now look back at it, it was horrendous because thank God social media wasn't there then, because the abuse, used to write stuff in newspapers, like jokes in newspapers. Johnny Nelson boxed, there was a man in a coma for 10 years. They put the Johnny Nelson Carlos de Leon fight out. This is the joke in the newspaper, put the Johnny Nelson Carlos de Leon fight out on TV. The man woke up out of the coma to turn the TV off to go back in the coma again. It's funny, but there was stuff like that all over the place. I thought, it was.
Yeah.
Did you get straight back in gym?
I was back in Brendan was genius. Back in the gym. Brendan knew I was getting hammered everywhere, left, right, and centre. And
but did that make you lock in? And even reading that in the paper, that make you think, yo, you're not writing this again?
I was a bit of a crybaby when I was younger. So the problem was when people said stuff, I'm like, oh, it must be true. I thought I was a coward. I thought it was rubbish. And Brendan put an advert in the local newspaper, Sheffield Star, and he said Johnny Nelson wants the help of the Sheffield public, and he's got his next fight coming up, which was about 7 weeks later. Barry Hearn, Eddie's dad, put the fight on down in Brentford. I think it was Dino Holmes, I can't remember the guys I was fighting. John Nelson, he's a helper of the Sheffield public. He's willing to pay £750 a week for anybody that will come and spar with him for the week. So this was Brendan's chance to say, Johnny, look, all those people that have been slagging you down, smash it out.
Yeah.
Whereas, and so the public are thinking, Nelson is crap, he's rubbish, he can't fight, I'll have it. So I thought it was a Brendan, publicity stunt, and that was on the Friday. It was in the paper on the Friday, and on the Sunday I drove up Newham Road, and as I drove up Newham Road, it was packed out, but there's a church across the road, so I thought it was a service. So I walked in the gym. As I walked in the gym, the door hit somebody, and the gym was packed out. I'm like, shit, what's happening? Who's here? So I thought, because you already had loads of people coming, David Beckham, people coming in the gym, I thought, there's a celeb coming. So I walked, I'm like saying all to people, all right, and walked in. I said, Brent, what are they doing here? They've come to answer the ad. I'm like, what? These people have come for the £700 answering the ad. And there were people in the crowd like Jamie Reeves, world's strongest man. I used to see him out and he'd like nod and we'd talk to each other. He was there for the money. I saw people I knew thinking, you don't think I'm that bad? And so
what happened?
As a kid, I'd cry a lot. I'm like, oh, I'm a boy in a man's body, but when I was angry, so I'm like filling up thinking, fucking. Brendan said, go and get changed over there. So I'm at the other side of the gym, put me boots on, put my stuff on, upset, looking at all these people thinking, you cheeky bastards. And heartbroken, because I thought all these people were my mates. And now I thought, all these people are there think I'm a coward. All these people are those people that have called me over the name. So now I'm in a viper's nest. And Brendan said, come on, get in the ring. So Brendan did his usual, did a speech. Johnny Nelson, thanks you for coming to help him. You've got to last a week. And he said, before I start, and he pulled his envelope out of his pocket, he said, and he pulled 3 white feathers out of the envelope. And he said, does anybody know what this means? The fella stuck his hand up. He said, yeah, when you're in the Foreign Legion, they give it you when you're a coward. They give it to cowards in the Foreign Legion. He said, correct. He said, I've been receiving this letter, one of these letters, for the past few days, every other day, with addressed to Johnny Nelson to my house. He said, is the person that sent this here? This guy whipped me, put his hand up like that. So it's like, I'm here.
Not even
so
bothered.
this guy's not even bothered. And so he stood forward, and he's dressed like Rambo, headscarf round, boots on, t-shirt on, and I thought, you little fat. Oh my. So he got up and said, Brendan, Brendan said, what you doing? He said, right, me and my missus saw the fight. Excuse my French. Saw the fight, shit fight. My missus said, we need a 3-piece suite, costs 350 quid. Get yourself down there. You can get the money for the suite, and we can go on holiday with the rest of it. This guy's planned the money.
And spent it.
And I'm like, is he for real? And so he said, do you know what you're doing? He said, yeah. So there's a little kid at the time called Ryan Rhodes. I think Ryan was about 12 or 11. And Brendan said to the guy, just warm up with this young lad here. And the fella says, you know what, he's a kid. I'm not sparring with him, no chance. Now, Martin, come for him. Talk to me like he wants to deal with me. So now I'm getting hot. I'm like, lips going, think I'm going to kill him. And so Ryan got out. Brendan says, right, off you go, take it easy. Johnny, take it easy. You know what that means. So I thought, right. So now in my head I'm thinking, shall I knock him out cold? Or shall I punch him in the throat so he chokes on his gum shield and struggles a little bit? Or shall I win him? I want him to be conscious and in pain. Yeah. So I'm thinking, how am I going to ruin this fella?
How are you going to deal with him?
This fella come running at me. I sling the shots and I stepped out of the way. It was comical. I'm like, you're that bad and you think you can beat me? And I pulled back, boom, straight in his forehead. He dropped down on one knee. Stop, no, stop, I'm having any of this. One shot. And Brendan said, what? He said, no, I'm not having it. He took his head guard off and he jumped off to run out the door. So I jumped off out the ring to chase after him. And Brendan said, stop Johnny Nelson, don't let him get him. So I thought, this is the guy that's been sending the things. And they pulled me in. The guy chipped, disappeared. About 4 people got in. Didn't last a round. Yeah. But it was Brendan's way of helping me get my own back. Yeah. And all these people that saying you're a coward.
Yeah, and showing them.
Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying, when I'm talking to you about how did you deal with the ups and downs, how did you deal with the fact that, the second fight, you didn't get it, how did it change when all those people that was all over you, how did it change in regards to your opinion of them or perception of them and vice versa?
Just took it. Just took it. What could I do? Moan about it or what? Still remember it though, but I just took it.
And you don't go pointing the finger, said you said this, you said that. You said sex says it all.
No, I don't grudge anyone. People do videos slagging me off and that sometimes, but don't even watch it now.
Kids are good?
Good.
Are they proud of you?
Yeah. My son calls me champ. I don't know where he's got it from. But before he went in to have his teeth out of a day, he went, make sure you're proud of me, champ. I'm like, wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Unbelievable. But yeah, at the minute I'm juggling kids on myself, house on myself, training camp, so I'm locked in.
I suppose that responsibility will, we've got to go through experience in life to get wisdom. So you're going through the responsibility of being a father, a provider, a homeowner. So you're not just going to look at you. How many kids is it? Two. So
two kids have got one stepdaughter.
Yeah. So you got 3. Yeah. All right then. So and that alone will be good for you because you'll understand the value, what's important, even away from this sport. and you'll understand what you want for your kids as well.
Yeah, I feel like kids always put it in perspective, don't they? It's like, if you even cared about money, once you got some kids, do you know what I mean? You just see life in a completely different way, and it's just not that important. You know what I mean? Like you're saying, like you realise money in everything. Like being a quarter of a millionaire, it's not all that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just
like you can get your house done and things, and then, but like Johnny's saying, you've got your house, you've got that, but you're not wasting it. Like, do you know what I mean? You're spending it on right things.
I need to get a balance because I've just chucked everything at boxing. I need to drop 10% back and start doing something with my kids.
What would you do? Have you got any hobbies outside? So you're not do you watch football? Any football?
No.
Oh, you played at United ground.
No, they won't pass me the ball.
Would they not?
No.
You're on Steve You're on Steve Bracknell's team.
Pass me the ball. Remember when we did that?
game?
What, they won't pass it, yeah?
I took, we did a prison exhibition with Johnny. I took it piss out prisoners going, come on. They were like, don't do this, you're showing me up. Then I knocked one at footballers by accident, and they were on the floor, and they were going, bang him, bang him. There were another lad doing it. Johnny beat him at bench press. He was sucking his thumb, remember? He kicked off. Kicked off. He beat him at bench press.
What about, so this is what I'm going to ask you as well, about boxing. Just if you could change one rule or add a rule, what would it be? Obviously, you can't.
If I could change the sport in
Can't
boxing.
chuck someone off at
Not
ropes anymore,
a rule
can
in
you?
the box. A rule in
Like if you could add one or take one away, I would like to see like maybe a point deduction for time wasting. If you're running off and you're not engaging in a fight, like if you want to go and run circuits, you might as well be a runner.
Yeah, I get that, but sometimes the fight will be hurt and you don't know they hurt. So if you're inside the game, you'd see a man just doing a runner trying to escape, but he might have been hurt. He might have got his rib broken. He's like might be winded. And that's why it's a bit hard from actually doing it and watching it. For me, it'd be something like accountability for the judges. So what happens is if there's a fight and there's a bad score, you never get to the judge in front of a camera explaining why you scored a fight like that. It's always the official, like the head of boxing board. Well, our judge did his right job. But if a camera and a microphone is put in your face and someone says, how did you score round one like that when they clearly won? If you make somebody accountable for that, there's going to be less people trying to cheat. Because if someone clearly won it, so they've got the anonymity of it, and that's one thing I would change in our sport. Take away the anonymity of the judges when they give a bad decision. That's what I'd change.
Mine would be
Clothesline off at ring.
yeah, make it legal. Mine would be all these drugs on a list. If you get popped with them, you'll get 4 years.
4-year ban.
Can't justify one drug being on the list is better than this other one.
Yeah.
If it's there, don't matter how it's going, ban them all for 4 years like I did.
And that's, I get that. I do get that. And do you think it was justified you getting a ban?
I'm glad it's happened. I was glad it's happened now, looking back. I won't change it. But it's just a bit weird how these fighters, I won't even go into names, gets let off and I get 4 or 5 years.
You just made an example of you.
Don't even if you know if it were that. I ain't got a clue what it were.
How old are you now?
34.
Still a baby, man.
I feel a bit like I'm getting to that age where you can say you're a bit older now.
You're a veteran.
Bit of veteran.
Yeah, you're a veteran.
34, it's like mid-30s.
I'm fresh. I keep up with all young uns and gym and that running. And did my sprints with Dalton yesterday.
Because you train at your at the gym, at your gym where you're like doing your training things. You're training younger fighters as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
And is that like a younger? Is that a team from there?
Sharpen mad. First come back to boxing, trying to fill me little gaps in. Started with this baby class, about 8-year-old.
How old was you when that happened?
What's that?
What age was you?
When I was training them, about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I just carried on doing it. Now I do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and now they're fighting on Friday, 6 of them.
Wow.
It's just happened like that.
So that's
and
over 2 years since you started doing that, and they've kind of come up.
Yeah.
Amazing. And where are they fighting at your gym?
Fighting out
Steel City?
Yeah, it's a short baiting. It's Friday.
What, this Friday?
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Are you coming?
Down the road from me.
Yeah, get your son there. Right, sure.
Oh, I'll come down to that. So you've got fight November 1st. That's in Manchester at Corp Arena.
Yep.
Any plans after that, or one step at a time?
One step at a time. I just weigh it up, I think. It could be a Lindenhof rematch, or whoever wins that. Or we could reach for stars and think of these top two. This Zach Parker. I've already been matched with Zach Parker and stuff. But it fell through.
Well, you know what? You've had a taste of fame and attention, so you know what it's like. So it's not a shock to you anymore. So that's one hurdle you've got over. So now when that time happens again, you think, I've been here. I know how fickle people can be. I know those bright lights don't mean anything.
I think gloves are off with you, where Chisora.
That was funny. Yeah. It was funny. When you came in, you went, I've seen this in the studio. The gloves are off. He was in the studio. He's like, and it was cute. And I'm like, oh, because he was like, you were like.
I've seen it in Sky Studios. No one invited me to Sky Studios before. No. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What to do? Gloves are off.
Well, anything.
Oh right, yeah.
Brendan used to make sure when we were growing, he used to take us all over the place. If we went to a show, he'd take us to the show. He'd take us to a boxing event. He'd take us out places. Or if someone's been interviewed, he'd make sure we were there. Radio Sheffield used to have a really great interview called Robert Jackson on a Saturday. And he had a sports segment, and Brendan would make sure, no matter what age, he'd take us up. So he'd probably turn up with about 3 or 4 of us. So Brendan would go on the show, we'd be sat in the studio with him, watching him on the show. Mm-hmm. But he did it, so he just got used to being around cameras.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm doing this now because when it's your turn, it's not going to be a shock to you. You're not going to be like an idiot, like, no, I don't know what to say. And so that's what he did, was put in front of a camera. And that's why, now you've been there, you know exactly what to expect.
Yeah. I've got a funny story with Brendan. Somehow he took me to this sauna. So we're trying to get in which place we can get in for now. So we go to this one. So he's yapping to me, but sauna's red hot, and I didn't know, because I'm quite polite, I didn't want to get up and get out.
I know what you did.
So I'm thinking, shut up, Brendan. And as I'm about to get up, because I think he's stopped, he's carried on another story. And I'm passing out, me, like this. And his eyes are glowing, just staring at me. I'll never forget that stare. He must have been like going through it as well. Then he says, up you go, singing shadowbox in front of a little sauna like that. There's women in it, what? Horrible.
What, and it made you get up and do some shadowboxing?
I thought, oh, he's asked me to do that, what everyone's on about. Just got up, didn't think about it, and did it.
You know what, why he did that?
Showed me up. Right?
All this trick in the book, he'd get you in a sauna, you knew he's keeping you in. And they keep talking to him. When you want to go, like, come back, and he answers and you're like, they're dying. It's a case of who can last the longest. So as the years had gone on, it would be me, Naz, Kevin Adams, and we know what Brendan's doing. He's talking away to you, and you're struggling. And I thought, I ain't playing this game. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out. I think it always ended up being him and Naz. Naz was only about that big. Him and Naz there. And Naz would say, you're not going to get me, Bren. I know what you're doing. But he would do it on purpose. That is funny. Old school Brendan, that is. I know you've got sparring. Been an absolute pleasure, as per usual.
Nice.
Your Sheffield's new royalty coming through. Good luck with the fight.
Thank you.
First.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
And that's how we roll. That's that boxing show with me and us.